Hello everyone, is my editing software working properly? Yes, I think so. My recording software. Welcome to episode 2 of season 3 of Fire Force. I just saw like a pop-up on my screen as soon as I clicked record, but it was fine. So yeah, last week we started the season of Fire Force, and what happened? I mean, we had Burns get sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Indoctrinated, I guess, into the White Clad, into helping them, and Obi was kidnapped, was taken, not kidnapped, I guess, arrested, but they're planning to give him an insect and turn him into an infernal. So yeah, some crazy shit's already going on. I'm still like trying to get my head into the game for this show, like to wrap my head around the plot of the show again. It's been a while, but I think I'm following it pretty well, so I can't wait to jump into more. If you want to get the full-length reaction to this reaction, go to my Patreon account in the description below. If you want extra content just for the entire channel and my Gent Watches One Piece channel, the Patreon account in the description below has that for you. Otherwise, you can just stay here and like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. All that stuff helps me out as well, so please do that. But let's jump into this season 3 episode 2 of Fire Force.
Causes of death are many and varied.
I forgot about
Old
this little
age,
intro thing.
illness. There's one end that people fear above all others.
Death by fire, right?
Death by fire.
Yeah, I forgot that they used to do this little intro for every episode.
Am I in an Adola link? What is Captain Burns doing here? The joy of returning to the flame. What does that mean?
Akitaru Obi
Uh-oh.
shall receive
Yep.
an insect.
He's getting the warning. The Adola Link's warning him.
Then show us the way. Once we're there, we can start gathering intel and...
We don't have that much time.
Mm-hmm.
An Adola link with Captain Burns.
I have to now use this opportunity to get used to this OP. Normally the second or third time I try to like focus on the OP. At the time 8th was founded.
About the same as before, I'd say.
You know, I guess you and we've never really talked about your private life.
He doesn't
Any
seem like the
family
type
or
to
anything?
want to.
Well, growing...
What about a girlfriend?
A girlfriend, sir?
Should I have asked about a boyfriend instead? You know, there's no judgment here.
I don't have either. Death's possible at any time. That serves to discourage relationships.
It's a
But
real
then-
bummer when you put it that way.
But don't you want to live
Positive you want to
your
be
life?
in the 8th?
I didn't think it would be this unorthodox. Am I allowed to quit?
No way. Has to put value on their own life. We need strong people who know every single person is important in their own way.
I appreciate that.
And what will achieve.
You'll be king of the company, or maybe father is a better word.
Talk about pressure.
He really is like a dad.
To help the 8th thrive as a family.
This is our castle now. This is where we'll save all of humanity.
That's very nice. Well, now I definitely don't want them to put an insect in him.
No matter what it takes, we'll get Captain Obi out of there.
Sir,
Hell yeah. Is he working out
How is he?
in the cell?
Been behaving himself?
Well, he's behaving.
Oh, Jesus, man. Look at that.
Doing that the entire time.
Excuse me! Can I have some water, please?
You get water at mealtime only.
That means I'll die of dehydration.
Only because you won't stop exercising. So that's on you.
I'm gonna keep at it until I'm totally shredded. I'll be way stronger than before.
Jeez, man.
I wish I knew what was going on. How's the 8th doing?
They're coming.
You know what?
So, it turns out that Company 8 are just a bunch of criminals?
you know it's a lie.
Get really weird.
I forgot about him. Is he voiced by... I can't remember his name.
Fire's broken out in Torigoe. What are your orders, Princess?
Zeno Robinson.
Deploy the
Is he?
gravel troop and
Given their history of prying into our affairs, I think you'd be happy they're gone.
I'm not It means there's less gravel to kick around.
To be... You've been assisting the Eighth from the shadows, have you not?
Yes. And she will continue to do so.
The situation is quite different. I beg you, Princess, you must cease giving them your aid.
No. Oh, this guy. I like this guy.
Not yet. Probably don't want us to get caught up in it.
He's not happy.
The Empire's turned into a crossfire of enemies. You won't know who to trust.
I like that everyone kind of has different stances on it.
You finally figure out we're in big trouble? Regretting it now, huh?
I followed the crowd only because of my own strongly held personal conviction.
The expression is...
But if we're talking about running from the law, you're complete amateurs.
No one
Absolutely,
actually
they are the law.
In fact, I've been working with a partner outside of the system. So I've actually built up quite a bit of experience being an outlaw.
Oh? Oh, yeah, Joker.
Joker?
Damn.
You finally come over to my side.
Some heroes choose to fight
The
in the
music's
light
so
of day,
cool.
but us?
We're like dark heroes.
If you don't want to get... I'll show you how to shake those clowns off your tail.
Okay. Absolutely, Joker would be a great ally to have
You
right
want
now.
us to trust you?
But hey, if you want to wind up in prison, then you do you.
I like how he talks like Duke Nukem.
So I'm glad you jumped over to the other side of the law.
Nice. Cool shot.
And laws how to walk the path of darkness.
Okay. I'm
tell me,
okay with this.
This or the circle of darkness.
Because the quote-unquote path of
Which
light
will it be?
is fucked up right now. They're so light that they're trying to turn the world into a sun.
You kids don't have much of a choice.
Okay.
We do have air conditioning at the base, so it's not stinky.
A door-marked secret base isn't suspicious.
Joke for a long-forgotten spot.
I like the door. Look at the door.
What? No. I see.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised at all the weird stuff in here.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
This.
First, let's...
Save Captain Obi as soon as possible.
They're killing him, sir!
But they're right. We need to find a way to rescue.
They are right. That's our
Shinra's
priority.
vision is correct, then we don't have much time.
If you're wondering where Captain Obi is, Joker's got some good news.
I was able to figure out where he is.
Hell yeah.
It's an ideological offenders call it home. The Fuchu Penitentiary.
Fuchu Penitentiary. Thank you for showing me how to spell it.
If you did not earnestly obey, I was planning on brainwashing you. I'm impressed that you converted and accepted us.
That's a wild thing to admit to him.
Both as a...
God, evangelist,
I can
faith.
read minds, and your words carry no lies, so
No,
therefore,
he's very
for the sake
straightforward.
of evangelism, humanity.
Walking God's path
Cool.
is the holy duty of a priest.
Cool effect on that.
As for spontaneous human combustion, it is we shall become a sun and be transformed into flame.
Oh my god.
Yes, right to know the joy of that process.
Consider it done.
No!
We'll need all the luck we can get going into the belly of the beast.
Yeah. So it's like it's gonna be a prison break, basically.
They're gonna...
Oh.
4 gold, 5 gold, 6-legged gold.
Oh, 6-legged gold.
Goldfish, gold brick. This luster, this facial expression.
Who is
It
this?
seems this insect is the right one. Gold is able to destroy any number of people.
I mean,
But I do
yeah.
not vanquish anyone with it. So
Whoa.
that I may bring upon them despair. Jackpot. My name is Gold.
I
Your
couldn't
name
care
is
less what
Gold?
Your name is, lady.
Okay.
Hurry up.
That's
and let
gonna be
me at
easy
it.
to remember.
I cannot, for you leave here as an infernal.
Is that I always forget her name, but yours voice actress in Spy Family.
Thank you, Vulcan.
She has like
It's
3
because
names.
of you we got this equipment on such short notice.
No trouble at all. I'm your engineer. I got it covered.
Natalie something?
To only ever have to travel with a single sword.
Excalibur weighs more than you know.
It doesn't look like it. I mean, he's holding it up. But I mean, I guess that's how strong he is.
Something spooky? Well,
Just a dragon child. I will let it go for now.
don't scare us like
Dragon
that.
child.
Being a dragon slayer is a knight's true glory. Where art thou, O
Jesus,
dragon?
look at that fucking armor.
It's safest to continue on foot.
Wait, you still don't trust Joker? I mean,
Of
I
course
do
not.
understand your hesitation. That guy is Tokyo's super cool dark hero.
Yeah, but what if he's playing you as well, you know? I mean, I do trust him and you, but that could be what they're thinking.
Honestly, took longer than I expected. Good. People, the Empire, the world, you shouldn't trust any of them too easily.
Yeah, true.
Why are you
After
up
what's
to
been
no
happening with
good?
the White Clad.
Well,
And you see that with him?
but I don't see it with the Holy Soul Temple or God.
Mm-hmm.
The only bright light I've found.
You?
You're one too.
Yeah.
You haven't figured that out yet.
You're a pretty bright light, Shinra.
Plus, we'll have to deal with those destroyers who killed Haig. The
Ooh.
Pillars have those guardians who protect them, right?
I'm excited for a Burns fight.
I'll protect you.
I can take on heavy hitters like you and Captain Burns, no problem.
No problem? I don't
Oh,
know.
Sounds like you think you can fight Benimaru too.
Except
Make enough noise so your captain hears.
already planning on it!
Oh,
It's time.
here we go.
Able to enjoy our. Seems it is someone quite powerful.
God damn, man.
Time to go play hero.
I'm not playing. Because I am the real deal.
Hell yeah. Okay, pretty good episode. I mean, we're just building up to what's gonna be like I guess sort of like a prison breakout. I mean, we're gonna be trying to save Obi. So it seems like we're setting up. We're gonna have to fight Burns. We're gonna have to fight this gold person, I imagine. There looks like there were two people who had their faces covered that they're probably gonna reveal their designs. You know, I think that's what the author likes to do, is like they wear the white clad over their whole body, and then at some point they'll reveal their designs, and then they're basically never gonna wear that the full suit again. So because it's the way to reveal the designs to the audience, which I think is fun. I think it's a fun way to do it. You know, because you could also do it by like casting them in shadow or whatever, but it's like a in-law reason that we can't see them, which I think is fun. So yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm mostly excited for the Burns fight. Whatever, like if it's gonna be Shinra versus Burns or whatever, like I think that sounds like it's gonna be awesome. From memory, Burns is an absolute badass, and I think isn't he just like a badass, like kind of like just a pure tank essentially. I'm trying to remember, but I think I remember like. He's just pure power incarnate. Like, I think there's a lot of other people where it's like, I think about fighting, you know, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, the guy who turns things into ice, or think about fighting the, like, you know, the archer, the bow and arrow woman or whatever, right? Like, those people, it's like, it feels like you're trying to overcome their gimmick. Like, that's the way to beat them. It's like, okay, they've got this, like, gimmick that makes them very strong, so you have to, like, beat that particular thing. But when you have someone like Burns, and it's like, Burns, he's just fucking strong. Like, you just have to beat him in a test of power. Like, I don't know if you can outsmart him necessarily, because he's just gonna punch through you. So that's kind of what I remember about Burns, but it's been a while. But, like, whenever I think of Burns, I think of him, like, I don't know, I think of him just like engulfed in flames and like really strong looking and terrifying. So yeah, I'm really curious to see that. This show, like, I think it's like while I'm watching these episodes, there's so much stuff where it's like this episode didn't really do that much crazy. I mean, it was kind of like a transition episode between episode 1 and episode 3, where it's like it you know, acknowledged a bunch of other characters finding out about the information we found out in episode 1, and then and then it's kind of like that we decide to team up with Joker, and then we get ready to fight. Like that's kind of like the whole episode, right? But I just think the show, the production of this show, really elevates it so that even when there's kind of very little going on, sometimes there is like just cool creative decisions going on. I feel like, you know, the shot from above them where it's like the dark and the light is like very, very bright. I remember there was a shot while they were going through the sewer, while they were like speeding through it, that was like just of their shadows or something, and it was like a kind of eerie, cool shot. And then I also liked in the Burns conversation, I mean, this relates to what I was complimenting the show on last week as well, but in the Burns conversation, they had the path of humanity or whatever next to him, and then it gets like wiped away or burned away or whatever, and it turns to like path of God or something. Like it's just a really cool thing where it's like they could easily just have like, you know, I don't know, they could easily just have the text appear and then disappear and then the new text appear, but just the like cool effect of it being like burned away or whatever is just so, it's like just a really nice detail. I find a lot of the little things that this show does to be very entertaining and very well done. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for them to fight. I also liked at the start where Obi and I forgot the name of the glasses guy who's does he even wear glasses? Hang on, I think so, right? Yeah, the glasses guy. Like those two were talking to one another, and I should have had subtitles on, like captions on for this episode, and I forgot to. But like in the conversation that those two were having at the start of the episode, this one right here, I just went to the line where he's asking if he's gay, but that's not the conversation I'm talking about. But the conversation that they were having about, I mean, it is kind of the gay conversation that I'm talking about, because he says like, do you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend? And that, but like what he's saying there is like, do you have someone you're sharing your life with? And the glasses guy responds, no, I don't, because we're out in the line of duty. We could die at any moment or whatever. And then like Obi kind of accepts that, but he goes on to say like, I want people here who value their lives. And I think that is like, to me, if I'm on the same page as Obi, what I'm thinking is like, you should get a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a partner. You know, you should have like, if you find someone you love, open your heart to it and allow it into your life, because you shouldn't be doing this job with the idea in the back of your head that I'm going to die and leave everything behind. You should be like, have the idea in the back of your head, like, I want to survive, I want to live. And if you have someone you're sharing your life with, someone you care about, it gives you more to fight for. Like you are going to want to stay here and live your life with your family, or make sure that your family aren't grieving you when you're gone. So I think he, you know, is kind of saying there, like, you should actually have a partner while you're here, because I care about people caring about their own lives. And I always really like characters that do that as well. I'm a big proponent in, like, I think sacrifice scenes are really cool when people sacrifice themselves and stuff. And it's great, but what's even cooler is when someone puts themselves on the line and still gets themselves out because they care about living. That's even cooler to me than any sacrifice scene could be. Because I just think it's so, it's so great. And I think people valuing their own lives is such an important thing, because people romanticize the idea of like putting others before yourself, which is great, and I love putting others before yourself. But like, if you're putting others before yourself and then you just die, like, to me it's not as special, because, you know, you're giving up your life, it makes it a little bit easier, you know, you're putting things on easy mode because it's easy to die. So I like when characters like try to encourage others to value their own lives properly. I mean, it's funny that he's saying it to the glasses guy, who I think is voiced by Aizawa's voice actor, because Aizawa is the one who tells the students in My Hero to value their lives. And that's like his big thing, is he, you know, early on in the series is so strict on Deku because he's like, look, you'll get yourself killed out there. And he doesn't want that to happen because that happened to Obiguro. So I love it. I think it's great. I think it's such good stuff. Anyway, that is Fire Force Season 3, Episode 2. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.